Hey tribe, Dawna here from Transformational Healing. And today I want to talk about how adding skincare to your daily routine is all about increasing that self-care that we all need and taking that time that we need for us to be mindful about where we are and taking care of ourselves. Today I'm here with Julie from FloraSkinLab to chit chat about her skincare things that she has available and also why she thinks that skincare is so important for self-care and how to work with that when you are a busy mom or really busy and you don't have time to necessarily care for yourself. So, hi, Julie, how are you?
Hi, how are you? Hi, everyone. I'm so glad to be here chatting with you guys. Skincare is so important to me because even if you don't have a routine, you have one because it's a bad one, and we can start from there. And what I like about skincare and like it's so tactile, every part of it, you're touching it, the feeling of how it feels on your skin, how it feels when you apply it, the consistency, the coolness. It's You can really be present when you are applying these things to your skin. And so even if you have a bad routine, even if you're struggling, if you add just a little part of it, if you just start with a soap that you like, it can lead you down a path of self-care because you start to take care of, like you start to enjoy these things, and it puts you in the frame of mind, well, I'm going to do that because I really like it. And it will, little by little, you start reintroducing these things and you create a better routine for yourself. And then at the end, you're taking better care of yourself, which really is what this is all about, is about taking care of yourself. Skincare is just a vehicle.
That is absolutely true. And I love how you are talking about doing things with intention.
Yeah.
And how intention, putting those things on with intention can help you, to do things, in that way as well.
Yeah, well, if you think about every day, I go back to the time where I was a busy mom working out of the home with three small children because I had three kids under five, you know.
Wow.
They're less than 5 years apart. So I had the boom, 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 one after the other. And so it was very chaotic, especially when I was working so many long hours outside of the home, even with my family support. But when you start to think about the way you start your day, setting the pace for the day, when you start, I mean, it doesn't have to be skincare. It could be a routine of journaling and drinking tea in the morning that sets you at peace. It could be meditation. It could be yoga. It could be walking. But whatever you do, setting the time for yourself is just that you have to get up and brush your teeth and take a shower in the morning anyway. So to me, skincare is just an extension of what you're doing, and it doesn't seem like it's so big. Like it doesn't seem like, oh, I'm going to start exercising and I have to walk 3 miles every day. And if you're struggling with your own self-care, that could be really daunting, you
Oh,
know?
yeah.
But the idea that I'm going to use a pretty soap that I really like the way that it smells, and then it boosts my the way that I feel the rest of the day, or it encourages me to try cold showers because that really helps with stress too. You
Yeah.
know, it encourages me to look at that what else can I do with that time to make it benefit me. And so skincare really has a lot of, if you look at it from that perspective, I'm trying to take beauty away from the beauty industry. I'm trying to take skincare completely away from the beauty industry because it's not about being pretty. It's not about having flawless skin. It's not about having no wrinkles. It's not about any of that. It's about feeling like I did something for myself. And so, you know, it's just an extra little thing that you do to make yourself feel better.
100%. I completely agree with that.
And these are because they're super fun. So these are tarot cards. They're like a back card.
No way.
Yeah, dude, they're so cool.
I didn't see those on your website.
Oh, I just put them up today.
Okay. I'm like, I went looking. I researched.
So this is, I don't know if you can see her.
That's so awesome.
But I have the major arcana.
That is really cool.
All right. And so what I do is I put them in a set. So you get 4 of them and they're in here. Like I put them in here haphazardly. So when you pull them out, you're really giving yourself a reading, and then they come with a little book.
That is so awesome.
That has the meanings. It was like something that I thought would be fun to do. I do the things that I do because they're part of who I am. I consider myself more like, is it a womb witch? The one where you are doing it more intuitively. Is that what it's called?
It just depends on what you do. I mean, there's so many different names that they put on things. It's like everyone's trying to name everything.
Well, my godfather was a santero. And so there's a really big culture.
Yes.
In Cuba, because I'm Cuban. My parents are Cuban, I'm American. But and so there's a lot of like rub an egg over yourself to get rid of the bad vibes.
Yes.
And turn a white candle on when someone passes away, and my own anointing oils that I apply to the candles that I light. Right. So I have a couple of herbs, and I do when I do rituals, I do meditation, and I try to have affirmations, and I'm trying to meditate more. So it's a little bit really low key.
It's just living your daily life in a spiritual way, and that's,
it's my spiritual practice.
Yeah. And whether you call that magic or witchcraft or not is completely irrelevant. Because, I mean, to me, there's a big stigma around witchcraft, but all magic is mindful intention in action. That's all it is. So much. That's how to get over that stigma of, that magic is something that's, to stay away from. And to me, it's not. It's just being mindful of where you're at, what you're doing, and doing things, the action part with intention. That's all that magic is. So
I love that. I love specifically the with intention part of it, because we run like our daily lives oblivious to all of the routines and how on autopilot we are.
Oh yeah.
Coming kind of full circle back to the reason I started FloraSkinLab was really to help teach people to take care of themselves. Because like I'm one of those people that if you allowed me, I wouldn't be putting any sunscreen on my face, and I wouldn't I not that I wouldn't wash my face, but I wouldn't be taking care of my skin the way I do.
Right.
If you allowed me to, because I'm not a big makeup girl. I'm not. I keep my hair super short. I'm a wash and go. I'm always on the run. I'm super busy, but I have to be intentional about taking care of myself. And when I take care of myself, like I have rosacea. So the equivalent of putting on my sunscreen in the morning to putting on war paint. Like now I'm ready. I'm ready for the day. I'm ready to tackle whatever life, because I took care of myself. And I find that's it. The important part is not the beauty part, is not the taking care of all of your wrinkles, none of that. I'm 45. I'm closer to 50 than I am to even 30. I know I've lived a lifetime of all of these wrinkles. I earned them. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to take them all away. However, I do feel like when I take care of my skin, that I'm taking care of myself, and so that's what I think is really important.
Absolutely. So
when I was previous to right before COVID, I had a regular full-time job like most everybody, right? And so I was gone 13 hours a day, and I had just had the baby. I mean, he's 6 now, but I had just had him when I started that job. And luckily I have a really big family, and, everybody steps in and they help out, but I felt like something was missing. And so just before COVID, I quit so that I could be home with them more. And then COVID happened. I was like, I made the right decision to be home, but I felt like I was missing so much. I wasn't able to be the mom that I wanted to be.
Yeah.
Wasn't able to be the partner that I wanted to be to my husband. I wasn't able to be the part of community that I wanted to be, because I wasn't able to volunteer in the way that I wanted to volunteer. I wasn't able to help the community in the way that I wanted to help. And so now I find that I have the flexibility, but all of that is a trust exercise in the universe, because I told the universe, if you take care of me, I will take care of them. As in, I will do my part to help spread the message about, if you take care of yourself and you come in and you take care of you, you'll be able to be present in the world more. You'll be able to be more intentional about how you want to be present in the world. And so that's my jam.
And that is absolutely awesome. And that's exactly what I'm trying to promote for people, is to take care of yourself and to make sure that you're still able to help other people like you want to. Because I know that I have a lot of helpers in my tribe. That's why we're all attracted to each other. But self-care is absolutely vital. And it's so important. And adding a skincare routine in with intention is just awesome. So
super the way I see it, it's so funny, because like it starts with the soap. You buy a soap, and you buy it because you like the way that it smells. And then you go and you take a shower in the morning, and you really enjoy the way that it smells. It reminds you of when you were little. It's lavender and reminds you of going in lavender fields. It's, something that it takes you away. You know what I mean? Like it makes you feel good. So now you start your day in this positive vibe, and it changes your mood for the day.
Everything. It changes everything for the day.
And then with skincare, the way that it starts is you start with the soap and you really like it. So then you want to try something different. So then you go to the oil and you put the body oils on, or you go to try the lip mask, or you try something else that takes you to the next step, And before you know it, you're really pampering yourself, because you have that moment.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And that the part of you having to enjoy the moment for you to keep doing it, because you can't like tell somebody, like me, I'm always exhausted. One of my favorite forms of self-care, skincare, and sleep. But you can't sleep one day and think you got self-care.
Absolutely not. No, it's all about little tiny things that you can add in throughout your day. And so little tiny bits of things, and you add them slowly. You create that morning routine, and you create that bedtime routine, and little tiny things throughout the day. I tell my people to set reminders on their phones to, remind them to stop and stretch and breathe and just be mindful for just a moment. And even that is self-care, just pulling yourself back. So it coming to adding in extra things like pampering is bonus.
And then the other part of it is that I can imagine that I am, like, with how I take care of myself, a mirror of how my mother took care of herself. That wasn't something she did. She never applied a cream. She never applied an oil. She never wore makeup, not even chapstick. That just wasn't something she did. I never saw her do that for herself.
Yeah.
Now, my children see me do it. And
Oh, yeah.
taking the time to take care of myself and to tell everybody, no, this is my time. And so they will, like for me, I had to overcome being able to do that. Whereas for her, it's so natural. She's just going to take care of herself. And so that puts them in a better position to be more present in the world. And it gives me the opportunity, like I have a niece with ADHD that's always with me. And all of the things that I put into practice for myself, I put into practice with them, because so that they have, man, I wish I was meditating when I was 13 years old. Can you imagine where we would be?
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
It's beautiful to see that now going forward, they will be able to benefit from all of the things that we're learning.
100%. And teaching them that self-care is important is just huge. Never mind all the other things about, being mindful and paying attention to your thoughts and, using affirmation things around, having a positive affirmation stuff around the house and things like that will help them too. Even if it's meant for you, they'll still see those words,
During COVID, to kind of like when COVID happened, my nieces came to stay with me because my sister still had to work and they were still very young and we were still not sure what was going on. So for a few months, while everything closed down completely, they were with me.
Oh, wow.
So we started doing affirmations. So we would have dinner and then we have 10 affirmations that we would say. That's so funny. And
that's awesome.
And so now, it really hit them because mine were really young. My youngest was 3 and my oldest was 5.
Mm-hmm.
No, he wasn't 5. He was 7. And so, all of these things, they kind of, they're in their head. These affirmations are like, they can recite them better than I can, and so it's great because it's like I'm giving them tools that will be in their toolbox to help them for even when I'm gone.
Yes, that's amazing. That's awesome. Well, thanks, Julie. That is amazing. I love your take on skincare, and I want you to share your links or share how they can find your website if they want to check out some of your products, and I'll make sure to include that down below. And if you're looking for information on intentions and setting them and being mindful, I want you to make sure that you check out the playlist that we put up at the end. But Julie, please share your info. How can they find you?
You can pretty much anywhere on social media that you open it up and type FloraSkinLab, you're going to find me. We're on TikTok, we're on Instagram. I live in Instagram stories. So if you want to chat with me, that's the best place to find me. I have a YouTube channel. I'm sorry. I have a YouTube channel. You can find me there too. Okay. I'll put all the links later.
All right. So I'll make sure to include all of those links down below. And if you're looking for more information on how to set up daily routines and live your life in a mindful way, you should definitely check out all the stuff that's over here. And many blessings, tribe. We'll see you guys real soon.
Bye.